The MAGA crowd is made up of super dumb people, and they all fall for it. I said, it's unbelievably easy to grift to stupid people. This is why you always see the scheme going one way. For Wired, E.J. Dixon wrote a report where he spoke to a med student in India who made thousands of dollars duping MAGA fans by creating blonde AI influencer named Emily Hart. Here's how he did it, okay? Of course, Democrats protest us because they are deporting half their voters. Sam wanted to make a little extra cash, so we fed an image of Sydney Sweeney into a custom ChatGPT tool to make Emily Hart, a 20-year-old nurse based in New York City who loves Christ, beer, and ice fishing. Okay? Now, ice fishing in New York is really funny. That should have probably clued you in on the fact that this person is not a real... this person doesn't fully understand America, but I guess he understands America enough to know that you can really sell dumb fucks on right-wing grifting. Emily Hart's account blew up. Every reel I posted was getting 3 million views, 5 million views, he said. I haven't seen any easier way to make money online. He attributes his success to following... he attributes his success to the following. The MAGA crowd is made up of super dumb people, and they all fall for it. Trump should tell all the illegals that he will give them citizenship if they vote Republican and see how fast Democrats want them out of the country. We should accept illegals into our country. They could end up being a doctor. Now apply that logic to the unborn. Sam also started an account for Emily Hart on Fansly, which is how he made most of the money. Insta didn't monetize her account. He regularly DM'd with horny men who followed her, sending AI-generated bikini pics. Sam didn't make an insane amount of money, just a few grand, and his account was ultimately banned from Instagram for suspected fraudulent activity. As of publishing time, however, Emily Hart's Facebook is still up. Read the story here. You know what's really funny about this story? First of all, just a few grand goes a long way in India, right? But you have to remember something, okay? And my favorite part about this is that he also tried this in a liberal way as well, because he's a med school student in India. He doesn't give a fuck about American politics. He's just trying to make money. So apparently, E.J. Dixon is a woman. Oh, sorry. Apparently, the person is a he, I'm pretty sure, right? The 22-year-old aspiring orthopedic surgeon from northern India got some money from his parents, but he says he spent most of it subsidizing his licensing exams, and he's still saving up to hopefully emigrate to the U.S. after graduation. So he started searching for ways to make additional money online. Sam, who requested a pseudonym to avoid jeopardizing his medical career and immigration status, tried a few things with varying degrees of legitimacy and success. He made YouTube shorts and sold study notes to other med students. It wasn't until he started scrolling through his Instagram feed that he landed on an idea. Why not make an AI-generated girl using Google's Gemini Nano Banana Pro and sell bikini photos of her online? But when Sam started posting generic photos of a beautiful, scantily clad woman on Instagram, he was dismayed to find that none of the content was hitting. He turned to Gemini for advice. If you create a generic hot girl, you're competing with a million other models, it said, according to a transcript Sam provided The Wired. Sam says he presented Gemini with a few possible options to help his model stand out, and the chatbot selected one in particular, the MAGA conservative niche, referring to it as a cheat code. Plus, it said, the conservative audience, especially older men in the U.S., often have higher disposable income and are more loyal. A representative for Gemini said Gemini is designed not to give particular opinion unless you tell it to. Instead, it is designed to offer neutral responses that don't favor any political ideology or viewpoint. So last January, Sam created Emily Hart, a registered nurse and Jennifer Lawrence lookalike. And on an Instagram account for Emily, at Emily Hart Nurse, Sam posted photos of her ice fishing, drinking Coors Light, and shooting off a few rounds at the rifle range with emoji-laden captions like, if you want a reason to unfollow, Christ is king, abortion is murder, and all illegals must be deported. And POV, you were assigned intelligent at birth, but you identify as a liberal, clown emoji. Though Sam has never lived in the United States, he became as an assiduous student of MAGA ideology. Every day, I'd write something pro-Christian, pro-Second Amendment, pro-life, anti-abortion, anti-woke, and anti-immigration, he tells me. The grift seemed almost too obvious, but to Sam's astonishment, he says the account blew up. Every reel I posted was getting 3 million views, 5 million views, 10 million views. The algorithm loved it, he claims. By the way, there's a human version of this as well. His name is Asmongold. Yeah, he's right down the hall, okay? That's how simple it is. I tell you all the fucking time. Of course this worked. Within a month, Emily Hart had more than 10,000 Instagram followers, many of whom also subscribed to her softcore AI-generated content on the OnlyFans competitor FanView. And between FanView subscriptions and selling MAGA-themed t-shirts, one sample message reads, PTSD, pretty tired of stupid Democrats. Sam estimates He was making a few $1,000s a month. I was spending maybe 30 to 50 minutes of my day, and I was making good money for a medical student, he says. In India, even in professional jobs, you can't make this amount of money. I haven't seen any easier way to make money online. Emily Hart is one of a slew of AI-generated hot girl MAGA influencers inundating social media thanks to technologically savvy young men like Sam, capitalizing on both pro-Trump sentiment and Americans' relative lack of digital literacy, and just lack of literacy overall. Overall, Americans are fairly stupid. Especially right-wingers, obviously. And right-wingers are incredibly easy to dupe. I mean, look at Donald Trump. He literally duped tens of millions of them and still continues to do so to this day. All you got to do is say the right things, and a bunch of dumb fucks are like, hell yeah, brother, this is my life now. This is my wife. Female MAGA influencers tend to do well on such platforms for a few reasons. I love that this is like a serious Wired.com article, so they have to like write this seriously. But the answer is because MAGA men are fucking dumb and they're horny. Okay, that's it. Because they're stupid and they're horny, which makes them even dumber in their moment of peak horniness, and they are infinitely more likely to get duped. The overall chud reaction seems to be, yes, we fell for it, but have you considered that AI is hot and the Indians are deceptive? Checkmate liberals. What we did learn from this: A, Indians like the scam. B, conservatives are generous. Wow, that's a cool interpretation of events. Yeah, that's awesome. Dumb, horny, lonely, and angry, which means easy to manipulate. The same lot. Okay, so MAGA movement, unlike their Gen Z male counterparts, 18 to 29-year-old women overwhelmingly skew liberal. Young MAGA women are therefore more attention-grabbing, Wershafter says, citing the uproar over the likely AI-generated Swifties for Trump photo Trump posted on Truth Social during the 2024 campaign as one example. The same logic, however, apparently does not apply to left-wing influencers or accounts, as Sam learned when he created a short-lived liberal counterpart for Emily on Instagram. Oh! Hell yeah! Oh, come on. That's the best part of the article. This is what I was waiting for. This is what I was waiting to get to. This is my favorite part of the article. Democrats know that it's AI slop, so they don't engage as much. Sam's explanation for why MAGA influencer accounts work is blunt. The MAGA crowd is made up of dumb people, like super dumb people, and they fall for it. There's also another reason. The algorithm favors controversial views, making politically polarizing content more successful. This was Sam's experience in running Emily's account, which he characterized as rage bait. Even though liberals would flock to the page and leave irate comments, they were still clicking. It's a win-win situation because you're getting engagement anyway, and your content will go viral, he says. Lately, he says he noticed that pro-Nazi, pro-Hitler content has been getting especially high engagement on platforms like Reels, speculating that an AI hot girl Nazi influencer would blow up. It would just break all the records. When asked about his claim, a Meta spokesperson said, "We prohibit content that glorifies, supports, or represents Nazism, and we remove it when we find it." In recent months, the phenomenon has attracted more notice, especially after a Washington Post article charted the rise of Jessica Foster, a leggy blonde Army service member who went viral for posting a selfie with President Donald J. Trump and Vladimir Putin. Though her Instagram account was clearly fake, it garnered more than 1 million followers in just over 4 months, which Jessica Foster appeared to capitalize on by promoting feet pics. The account has since been taken down. An account for Foster has since been added to FanView. Another popular account, Mayflower Mommy 13, features brief videos of a brunette woman in a car in her kitchen, gazing coquettishly at the camera with captions like, "If this American flag emoji is your pride flag, I want to be friends. #Let'sMAGA." Her followers ate it up. Not a Democrat live in the world looks like this, folks. Young fellas, pay attention. Reads one comment. The account appears to have been removed after Wired reached out to Meta for comment. Because OnlyFans is a policy requiring AI disclosure as well as creators authenticating their identities before joining, those trying to profit off of hot girl MAGA accounts gravitate towards OnlyFans competitors where such policies are less rigorously enforced. FanView, one of the most popular options, has differentiated itself by allowing AI-generated content. Though he did not actively promote Emily's FanView account for fear of alienating her conservative MAGA base, Sam says he used Grok AI to generate nude photos of her and uploaded them to the platform, with Emily's fans sending him payments for exclusive content and exchanging messages. "I was basically doing nothing," he says, and it was just flooded with money. He says he made a few $1,000s off the account in a few days, though he did not enjoy the interactive aspects. Once a guy sent me a video with Emily's nude on a tablet on a pillow, and he was basically recording himself fucking the pillow, he says. It was incredibly weird, but he sent me a $50 tip, so I was like, okay, do what you want. Okay, that person that you banned is awesome. That person that you banned said, "Did you brothelize a child?" That's what brothelize. What the fuck is brothelizing a child, dude? Schmeckel TV. Account created. in December 5th, 2017. What the fuck does that even mean, you absolute freak? He started off with, you're starting to get Jank's double chin, bud. Hold on. You're starting to get Jank's double chin, bud, which is, again, funny. You wish. Did you really bang an underage girl at a brothel? Did you brothelize a child until they got banned? The answer to that question is obviously not, you fucking animal. What the fuck is wrong with you? What is wrong with you? This also betrays the severity of the accusation, because you started off by, one, demonstrating how parasocial you are, knowing that I have like body dysmorphia, and thought that this would actually hurt my feelings. And then when you didn't get the actual response at all, you moved on to an insane accusation. He's weird as fuck. Oh, he's got a YouTube page. Let's see what kind of beauties wait for us here. Incel invasion, immediately cringe.
Because they're going to cost females money.
That's right, cunts. We got another. Let's skip the intro today. Roll the shit!
Okay, he's like fighting against the incels, so that's good. He's like the robot guy. Brother told gamers that a bunch of them are virgins who hate women, but the idea of having families, the chuds are upset. Oh, that's why they're mad. Oh, I was wondering where the new wave of fucking losers was coming from. That makes sense. It's because I recently said, you know, you're never gonna get pussy, so why are you worried about, you know, whether or not women's biological clock is ticking? You got posted in a lot of gamer subreddits. Ooh, nice. You're pragmata, take pissed off incels. You offended the pedos and the capital G gamers and the incels. Yeah, what they're offended by, I think, primarily is the truth. That's what offends them the most. When they hear the fucking truth. Yeah, I saw this. This guy made fun of us and really nailed it. Hassan comes off as a freak in this clip for defaulting to this view of a game he has not yet even played at the time of the clip. Gamer dads is like a huge thing. Yeah, except gamer dads aren't the ones who are going, oh, we have to replace the Western birth rates with new white babies. Gamer dads, who do you think is closer to your worldview? A guy who's a fucking father with a family who likes to play video games on his off time, or random fucking incel Twitter monsters? The clip was chopped up to conflate all gamers with incels, I think. Whoever was editing was trying to get a bunch of gamers to think you hated all gamers. I saw an Irish girl saying you were unhinged for your take on Pragmata. I'm unhinged for my take on Pragmata. That the correct assessment here is that Pragmata is actually going to save the white birth rates. This game from Capcom is going to save the... Hassan Parker gets mad at gamers who like Pragmata. So what's really interesting about this is all the unfuckable losers in the gaming sphere always talk about starting families and stuff, and I don't understand why this has become a thing they care about. I can already smell the stench in the comments coming from the gamers. I wouldn't call this mad, more like pointing at the hypocrisy of right-wing rhetoric. The title of that post also misleading because Hassan, quote, has nothing to do with people who like Pragmata. He's talking about losers who are using Pragmata to shame people who don't have kids. Have you seen the guy having a meltdown when he found out the VA for Diana is a black woman? No, but that seems, you know, that seems in line with what I've seen so far from fucking incels. What is the context around this quote? Capcom came out with a game that I was excited to play, and I started playing last night. And the game's main character rolls around with like a little girl, a little AI girl, okay? And everyone is like, Pragmata is a psyop to counter decades of anti-natalist propaganda and bring up the global birth rates. To which I said, buddy, saying anti-natalist propaganda out loud in the real world will guarantee your bloodline ends with you. Now, I find the game to be cute, and I find the game to be fun. I like the game. I was excited to play this game when it was first announced. I will continue playing this game. But what I find very strange is that these guys who make everything political, who spent years and years and years saying, well, get the politics out of my video games, are now looking for political propaganda points in every game that they play. And in many circumstances, they don't even play these games. They just chirp about them. That's it. I don't get this, because if you're mad at it, aren't you just admitting you're an unfuckable loser? I think we're far beyond that point. Your actual thoughts were not even close to clipped. Every clip that went viral or quote image meme reframed your take as gamers to be incels universally. Oh, yeah, I don't really care. My friend sent me this exact clip of yours. He framed it as, why is Hassan talking down on lonely gamers who got inspired to have children? Isn't he supposed to help them become normal? I hate how much your haters twist your words. My friend is a good guy. And on the left too, but he keeps getting rage baited by these clips. He has agreed to watch a few streams with me to get to know how you really are. It's difficult for me to maintain my nice posture when I hear stuff like that. Unfortunately, we're not going to make it. What is this? Oh my God. Did you know your tax dollars are being used to amplify a terrorist sympathizer who has called for numerous Americans to be murdered? Sean Piker said, I should be killed. All capitals should be murdered. Hamas did the right thing on October 7. I'm all for free speech, but allowing this violent lunatic to speak at an American university at Yale should be ashamed, and all their federal funding needs to be pulled.
Yale University invited a guy by the name of Hassan Piker to
Dude, what the fuck? He is not giving up. What is happening, dude?
their university to spew obvious hatred towards Jews, Israel, me, capitalists, America, with your tax dollars. So I don't believe any of your tax dollars, not a penny, should go to Yale University when they
Incredible development. Do not hit translate on this unk. The foreskin is the hijab of the penis. Dude, why would you send this to me?
support an individual like this.
Dude, he is so mad. It's crazy. It's crazy. He's just not. He is relentless, dude.